Right, so today we're going to be learning about how to paint our trucks. So we've got our hangers, we've got our axle, right, and we've got little plastic bits in our hangers, right. We want to make sure all of the plastic is out of our hangers before we paint them. They just pop out just like that, okay? We want to make sure that our trucks and our hangers are perfectly clean. We don't want any dirt on them, okay? You want to take out all screws, all plastic, and all dirt. We don't want anything left on them, just metal. Okay, so we're going to be using primer first. Okay, the primer that I've got is from Halfords and it's for a car. It's not that expensive, and in my opinion it's probably one of the best places to go for car paints or painting any metal. I'd recommend using the Halfords spray paint. So we want to give it a really good shake up. I've already shaken this can up, but it wants about a minute from being still to being ready to spray. So remember to wear a bandana while you're spraying, or something to cover your face, gas mask, anything, but paint fumes aren't very nice and they'll stay in you for days if you don't cover up. Okay, so we're going to hold the can about 30 centimeters away from from the axle, and we're just going to give it quick sprays. We don't want to soak the metal because then it will drip. Okay, so I'm going to keep it dry and give it a good spray. Right, so once we finish spraying our trucks, we're going to leave them to dry. Okay, so we want to hang them up somewhere where they're going to be out of the way, they won't be touched, they won't get dirt on them, they won't get dust on them, and we leave them out of the way just to dry. Okay, so I'm using a box and a helmet, and I'm just hanging everything up. Okay, you see one of them's fallen down, but that doesn't matter because it's already dry to touch. Okay, just because something's dry to touch doesn't mean it's fully dry. Okay, we're going to wait for them to dry. After that, we're going to give them another 2 coats of primer, and then they'll be ready to paint. Okay, we're going to do the same with our hangers. Okay, so once we finish spraying our hangers, we're going to put them aside to dry. And now we've got to wait, watch paint dry. Right, so my hangers are pretty dry. So I've given them 3 coats of primer, and now they're ready to paint. Okay, so the paint I'm going to be using is Halfords car paint again. Okay, so for my hangers I'm going to be using black. Okay, so I've got the Fiat Black metallic spray paint from Halfords. Again, it's not too expensive and it's a much better than the normal spray paint you can buy from Homebase, B&Q, anything like that. So again, we want to shake it up really good, a good minute, okay, because this is black, it's going to go on so quickly. Okay, so once we finish spraying our hangers, we're going to put them aside to dry. Okay, again we're going to leave them to dry, and then we'll give them another layer, and then another layer, and then if we've got enough paint we can give them another layer, and then they'll be ready. Right, so we've got our dry axles ready to paint. Okay, so again they've been given 3 layers of primer. You can see on the ends are little bits of black, right? Again, that can be sorted by more primer, okay? Again, I'm using Halfords spray paint. This one's Ford Electric Orange. Okay, so it'll be the same colour as the Focus ST, the ones that you see in bright orange. Okay, so we're going to give it a good shake in, and as this one's a slightly brighter colour, it won't go on quite as quick as the black. Okay, so we're going to have to take our time with this one, holding the can about 30 centimeters away again to make sure we don't get any drips, and we're just going to keep on spraying. Right, so that's our orange spray paint done. Okay, so that's the first layer. We're going to leave that aside to dry, and then we're going to give it another 2 layers, and then we'll be done. So I've given it 3 layers. Okay, I've left it overnight to dry, and I'm finally finished. So you can see where my hangers were. Okay, they were black. I've given them 1 layer of the Ford Electric Orange paint. Okay, see the difference between the top and the bottom. Okay, the top one sprayed on black, the bottom one sprayed on white. Okay, I've just given it to give it a slightly more golden effect rather than black.